In this video, I'm going to review the pros and cons of the Newton cryptocurrency exchange platform. Now, bottom line up front, if you just came for the conclusion, while it's not the perfect crypto exchange platform, I do like Newton. It has fewer fees than a lot of the other ones out there. It has a really nice user interface, and I do think it's worth checking out. Overall, I'm going to give it a rating of 7.5 out of 10. And if you're curious to see what goes into that rating, stick around. Hey there, and welcome to this crypto platform review series, where I examine the pros and cons of using different cryptocurrency apps and websites here in Canada and provide each with a rating out of 10. I'm on a mission to find the best way to buy and sell crypto in Canada, so if you're interested in following along, don't forget to hit subscribe. I've already provided 2 reviews, one of Wealthsimple Crypto and the other of bitbuy.ca, and if you're interested in checking those out, I'm going to throw a link up here. I'm rating each crypto platform I review on 4 key criteria, each of which is going to get a score out of 2.5, combining for a total score out of 10. And those 4 criteria are security, fees and costs, the number of cryptocurrencies on offer, and the quality of the crypto platform itself. And in this category is going to include things like how easy is it to sign up for, to make deposits, does it have a nice user interface, is it aesthetically pleasing, and so on. So, Newton is in the hot seat today. They're relatively new, they launched in 2018, and they actually billed themselves as Canada's first no-fee cryptocurrency platform. So when I downloaded the app and started experimenting with it, I had high expectations. Before getting into the fees and costs though, I'm going to talk about security. And when it comes to security, Newton is doing a pretty good job. They have 2-factor authentication, which is an absolute must-have in this game, and they're regulated by FinTrack, Canada's financial crimes agency, which means that they have to be in compliance with a lot of those key rules and regulations. A really interesting thing that Newton is doing when it comes to security is that they don't actually hold the crypto on their own books. They're partnering with a third-party company called Balance that acts as the external or impartial third-party wallet, so that anytime there's major transactions or cryptocurrency is purchased and stored on the Newton app, it's actually being held by this third-party company. Now, apparently this new security measure has come about as a result of the Quadriga CX scandal, which you may have heard about, but more or less, the CEO of that crypto exchange was the only one with access to millions of dollars worth of their clients' cryptocurrency. And so when he went on a trip to India and then died, all of that was lost along with him, and the clients were left in the lurch. I did some research on this Balance company, and they do seem pretty legit, with a number of security features that are designed to protect against human error or any type of outside intrusion. And so this does seem like a new way forward for the crypto exchange or the crypto platform community, and it seems like it should be a best practice for these cryptocurrencies to be held in a safe and secure place where, the CEO of the company doesn't have exclusive access to millions of dollars worth of their clients' crypto. The only major con for Newton in the security department is that they don't have insurance on their assets, and Wealthsimple and Bitbuy do. So as a result, the best that I can give Newton on this category is 2 out of 2.5, and I think that they should probably look into getting insurance on their assets. Next up is fees and costs. And this is the category where I had very high expectations because, like I said, Newton calls themselves the no-fee cryptocurrency exchange. Are they really no fee though? The short answer is no. Newton doesn't take a percentage on deposits and withdrawals to the platform, which is definitely a huge plus, but they're not no fees. And to be honest, I didn't actually expect them to be, because how would they operate if they didn't make money? The way that Newton makes their money is by building a spread into the bid and ask price of the different cryptocurrencies that trade on their platform. And what this means is that they'll sell you crypto for a little bit more than its actual market price, and they'll buy it back from you for a little bit less than its actual market price. So you can call it a spread or you can call it a fee, but in my opinion, that's just semantics, and this is where they make their money. Now that said, the spreads are actually pretty low. Let's take a look. As you can see, they're charging different spreads for the different cryptocurrencies, but they're all ranging somewhere around 0.6, 0.7% per transaction. That's pretty reasonable in my opinion, especially if you just plan on buying and holding as opposed to regularly trading. But when you compare that to BitBuy, for instance, they're charging a 0.1% fee, and they're calling it a fee, on each transaction, but they're buying and selling the cryptocurrency in question at the actual market price. So when it comes to trading, BitBuy is a much better option. But Newton, without the deposit and withdrawal fees, is probably overall going to cost less, but it just depends on the types of transactions you're engaging in and how often you're going to want to put money onto a platform and then take it off. One final thing to add when it comes to fees and costs is that Newton normally covers the network fees or mining fees when you want to take cryptocurrencies off the platform and withdraw them to your own wallet. But when there's surge pricing, which is kind of like the same model as Uber, when there's a lot of demand and the networks are super jammed up, it gets actually quite expensive to transfer cryptocurrencies from one wallet to another. And so in those instances, Newton is passing that cost along to the customer, but they're not actually making any money from it. That said, surge pricing is not always going to be around, and they still don't charge any money for cash withdrawals, so you could sell your cryptos and take it off the platform that way. So whether the pricing is better or not really depends on what you're using the platform for. And when it comes to fees and costs, I'm going to give Newton a 2 out of 2.5. It's not getting a perfect score because, like I said, if you're going to want to do lots of rapid fire trading, then it's probably not actually the best option. Next up is the crypto offering. And the cryptos that you can buy and sell here on Newton are pretty vanilla. It's very similar to what you can find on BitBuy. They offer 10 different cryptocurrencies. I'm not going to list them off, but you can see them up here on the side. And basically, I'm going to give it 1.5 out of 2.5. I know I gave the exact same score to BitBuy, which is only offering 7 cryptos as opposed to Newton's 10. But in my opinion, those are in the same tier, and 10 isn't enough of an increase to merit a higher score. The final category is platform quality. And BitBuy has a really nice looking app and website. And as you can see here, as I'm scrolling through the app and buying $100 worth of Bitcoin just as a little demonstration, it has a nice aesthetic to it and it's relatively simple to use. I was able to sign up quickly and easily. There was no rigmarole to that. And I did an e-transfer deposit, which went through very quickly. You can also do wire transfer deposits, or you can hook your bank account up directly to the app, which isn't something that I wanted to do, but if you're interested in and comfortable with that, it's an option. When I was downloading the app from Google Play, I noticed that it didn't have great reviews, and I looked it up online and I saw some negative reviews on Reddit, and some people were talking about how the customer service isn't that great. So what I actually did was I created a fake ticket or a fake issue to send in a customer service inquiry, and I just wanted to see how quickly they would get back to me. And actually they responded within 12 hours. I have no complaints about that. And so overall, I think they have a really great platform. I'm giving it a 2 out of 2.5. And the only reason it's not getting a perfect score here is because they don't have the pro trade feature, which BitBuy has, and which makes BitBuy really a way better platform if you're interested in those super detailed analytics when you're buying and selling cryptocurrency. I did read that Newton is beta testing its own pro trade feature though, so maybe BitBuy better watch out. Anyways, adding up all the categories, Newton got a 2 for security, a 2 for fees and costs, a 1.5 for crypto offering, and a 2 for the quality of the platform, providing a total overall score of 7.5 out of 10. According to my metrics then, Newton and BitBuy get the same score. And when I assess it more qualitatively, it definitely makes sense and seems fair. They each have advantages when it comes to different aspects, but overall, I think they're both good platforms, and I definitely would recommend Newton if you're interested in checking it out. Next week, I'm going to review ShakePay, so if you're interested in seeing that and other future crypto platform reviews, please don't forget to hit subscribe. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you find it helpful. I'll see you next time.